Hello, dear lovely audience. Welcome back to another Kelly Ripa Show New Recap. Everyone, I know y'all have been waiting for this. Thank you guys so much for your patience. Lili Reinhart reveals how Riverdale prepared her for the rest of her career. It was a perfect runway. When Lili Reinhart first slipped into the pastel cardigans and polished ponytail of Betty Cooper in Riverdale, she had no idea the role would become the launching pad for her entire future in Hollywood. To many fans, Riverdale was a wild teen noir filled with cults, serial killers, musical episodes, and plot twists that would make even soap operas jealous. But to Reinhart, it was something much more personal. A training ground, a classroom, and ultimately, as she recently said, a perfect runway for everything she hopes to become next. Today, years after the series wrapped, Reinhart is stepping fully into her own era, an actress, a producer, a writer, and a voice for mental health awareness. And when she reflects on how she got here, she gives credit to the show that changed her life. A young actress with a giant challenge. Before Riverdale, Reinhart was like many rising actors, auditioning, hustling, hopping. When she landed the role of Betty Cooper, she didn't just join a cast, she stepped into an unexpected cultural moment. The show exploded into global fame overnight, turning its young actors into instant icons. Reinhart has said that stepping into that spotlight was both thrilling and terrifying. But in looking back, she now understands why Riverdale was exactly the place she needed to be. It taught me discipline, stamina, and how to handle pressure. It was like a boot camp for the industry, but in the best way. For 6 years, she filmed long hours, memorized complex scripts, traversed storylines that jumped from intense drama to comedy to mystery, and learned how to carry a character through emotional arcs that lasted multiple seasons. Few young actors get that type of training so early, and Reinhart embraced it all. Growing up on screen. One reason Riverdale was such a runway for Reinhart is that she got to grow both personally and professionally at the same time. Betty Cooper evolved from a wholesome girl next door to a layered, vulnerable, fiercely determined young woman. Reinhart poured her heart into Betty's darkest moments, her breakdowns, her self-discovery, her struggles, and audiences felt it. Playing Betty required emotional depth far beyond typical teen drama acting, and Reinhart rose to the challenge each season. She later revealed that the role allowed her to explore parts of herself she didn't even know existed. As she navigated Betty's battles, Reinhart was navigating her own. The show also gave her the confidence to take creative risks. Moments like Betty's iconic dark side, her detective instincts, or her unexpected singing performances showed Reinhart's versatility to casting directors everywhere. Learning the realities of fame. One of the greatest lessons Riverdale taught Reinhart wasn't about acting. It was about surviving the intensity of modern fame. The cast's personal lives, social media presence, relationships, and appearances were dissected daily. Reinhart has been open about how overwhelming that could be, especially as a young woman in her early 20s. But instead of letting the pressure consume her, she learned how to navigate it. She discovered the importance of boundaries, self-care, and using her platform on her own terms. Over time, she became a strong voice on mental health, body image, and authenticity, topics she now champions outside of acting. In many ways, these experiences formed the backbone of the mature, confident artist Reinhart is becoming. Finding her voice behind the camera. One of the most valuable gifts Riverdale gave Reinhart was the chance to explore producing. She served as a producer on some of the later episodes and found that she loved the creative control and collaborative power that came with it. It didn't take long for her to launch her own production company and to begin shaping her post-Riverdale career with intention. Her film Chemical Hearts was one of her first major producing credits, and critics praised her emotional performance and her ability to bring the story to life from behind the scenes. She has since expressed a desire to develop more films centering on authentic, human stories, especially those that highlight the complicated phases of young adulthood. And without Riverdale, she says, she might never have realized she had the confidence or the skill to help lead a project. The importance of long-term collaboration. Working on a long-running series doesn't just teach technical skill, it teaches teamwork, communication, and resilience. Reinhart spent years working with the same directors, writers, and actors, and she learned how to navigate creative disagreements, how to take notes, how to self-advocate, and how to adapt to fast-changing scripts. She has said that Riverdale's intense pace and unpredictable storylines forced her to think quickly and creatively, a skill she knows will follow her for the rest of her career. Perhaps most importantly, the cast became a kind of family. Reinhart's close friendships, especially with Camilla Mendes, Cole Sprouse, and Madeleine Petsch, gave her a support system during the show's most demanding periods. That sense of community, she says, shaped her into a more grounded and empathetic person. A future that's wide open. Now, as Reinhart steps beyond her Riverdale chapter, she is embracing the freedom to choose roles that challenge her in new ways. She has expressed interest in darker, more complex characters, roles that allow her to explore emotional nuance. She's also leaning further into producing, writing, and potentially directing. Her passion for storytelling is expanding far beyond the limitations of acting alone. Yet no matter where she goes next, Reinhart feels grateful for the foundation she built. Riverdale gave me everything I needed to step confidently into the rest of my career. It really was the perfect runway. A runway built from hard work, heart, and growth. For fans, Riverdale will always be remembered as a bold, chaotic, addictive series that redefined modern teen television. But for Reinhart, it was something much deeper, a transformative experience that shaped her craft, her voice, and her identity. It taught her how to lead. It taught her how to endure. It taught her how to create. And now, with years of experience behind her and a world of opportunities ahead, Lili Reinhart is taking off, ready to fly on the path she built, one episode at a time.